Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and iPhone 10 has been out for a few months, and I want to talk about 5 things that I really love about it. The first thing is the design and build quality. The overall design and build is very familiar yet somehow different. So the design of it is our normal rectangle with curves on the edge and everything like that. It has the same buttons and they're very high quality, but this design takes it to another level where it's seamless glass to seamless stainless steel and then back over to glass. It just feels really, really well built. Now, previous iPhones had very high build quality as well. iPhone 4s, 4S, 5, all the way up until the current one. But I think this is the best built one, being that it's stainless steel and glass. It's just got a really nice design that feels like one solid slab or piece of steel and glass. They did a nice job with the fit and finish. Everything looks really well done, and it looks like it's very expensive at the same point. Now, this design is space gray on this one. There is a silver, and I like this reflective mirrored finish on it as well. And it's great, but overall, it does leave quite a few fingerprints because of it. But overall, I think it looks and makes it feel very, very high quality. Now, the next thing I think that I would love to see on new iPhones going forward are all of the gestures. The gestures on iPhone 10 are very intuitive and easy to learn, and when you try and go back from them, it feels unnatural pushing the home button. I know that sounds a little strange, but once you get used to it, it's a little foreign to go back and forth and use the home button, and I would love to see these gestures carried over, especially when you're in the App Store and then swipe it up away, and then maybe you want to go to weather or maybe go back quickly. These get very easy to learn, and it's hard to unlearn and go back to, say, pushing a home button, something like that. It's not a big deal, but once you get used to it, it's definitely different trying to unlearn that and do something else. There's some gestures that could be improved, of course, with things like the swipe downs and where they're at, but overall, I think the swipe gestures are the way going forward and should be on all iPhones. Now, the next thing I love is the camera. This camera is amazingly good, and I would say the photo quality is right there at the top with the Pixel or Pixel 2 XL, and the video recording capability I would say is better. So if you're in a video, you want to use this. Many times I could use this instead of the GH5 that I'm using right now to record this, and you probably wouldn't know the difference when I record in 4K, as long as it's well lit. So if you're in a well lighted area, I'd say it competes with most cameras, if not better than some, especially with just the video or even the photo point and shoot. It's really, really good. And until you see one in person, use it from day to day, you don't really appreciate it. And I had a friend recently tell me that he was very impressed with it, and he's a photographer. He was surprised how good it is when he was trying it out. That's one of those things that I think isn't really appreciated until you see it in person. Now, the next thing I love is battery life. The battery life on this phone is much better than I expected, being that it's a little bit smaller than an iPhone 7 Plus or 8 Plus. The battery life is actually the same or better, maybe another hour or two better. And I am on a beta on this one, but I've been using this all day, sometimes plugged in, sometimes unplugged, but I'll easily get through a day and a half with it if I want to use it regularly without plugging it in. It will easily get me through a day with normal use. If it's under heavy use, it will get me through 90% of the day. If it's with light use, sometimes 2 days. It's got incredible battery life for a phone of its size, and iOS does a really good job managing that battery. Lastly, I love the display on it as far as the quality of it and what it looks like. I think it's very accurate, especially if you're not using True Tone, those sort of things. I do use True Tone because I like the white to look white under all situations, and it kind of does that for you, and then dims the screen with night shift, things like that, or gets rid of the blue so it doesn't harm your eyes. And my eyes are sensitive to this display because it's OLED, but the actual quality of it is very, very nice. It's super high resolution. It looks great. You can't see the pixels. And I think most people would say it's on par with the best ones out there. It's very, very good. And that's pretty much it as far as the 5 things I love about the iPhone 10. Let me know your 5 in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.